having this crazy recurring dream lately. The dream is about the future of laptops and computing. I know it's weird, but it's of a post-PC device that combines the best of my laptop, the Macbook Air, with the best of a tablet with no compromises. But then this weird thing happened in my dream last week. Microsoft introduced the Surface Pro 3 and told me the dream had come true.
With a larger HD screen, a new keyboard, an improved kickstand, and a $799 starting price, Microsoft is confident that the Surface Pro 3 isn't the tablet to replace my tablet, but my beloved 13-inch MacBook Air. But while this Surface certainly leaps forward in bringing the tablet and the laptop together, and bringing the laptop into the future, there are still considerable compromises you make for getting everything in one package.
Let's first talk about the Surface as a tablet. Microsoft is calling it a tablet, of course. The device is impressively thin, and even with a 12-inch screen, it only weighs 1.76 pounds. That's much thinner than the MacBook Air, but not as thin as Apple's iPad Air, and not as light either.
Holding it up to read on can be very uncomfortable. No, really, my arm feels like it's going to fall off right now. Not to mention the sides can get really warm during processor-intensive tasks or even just streaming video. That's of course because inside here are the guts of a laptop.
But Microsoft figures you'll be keeping this on your lap, which is why it's put so much into improving the lap ability. That's a made-up Microsoft word, by the way. Now you can adjust the kickstand to your liking to better position it on your legs. It no longer falls off my lap as much, but because you can't just push back the screen, it takes longer than a laptop to get just right.
But the Surface doesn't look or feel like a laptop competitor till you click in that keyboard cover, which still oddly is not included with the Surface. The type cover costs $130.
I really like that the keyboard can now be propped up instead of laying completely flat. The trackpad has also been improved and enlarged, but it's still very frustrating to use. Not only is it too small, but sometimes scrolling doesn't work, and the cursor can easily jump when you're typing. Bottom line, you'll want to use a Bluetooth mouse.
You'll also want to go shopping for a USB expander or that $200 docking station, since it only has one USB port. And when you start plugging in those peripherals, it starts looking like it has dreadlocks. If you really want the Surface to replace your laptop, the price starts adding up. The mouse, the keyboard, the docking station.
But what Microsoft does include in the box is a stylus, which is useful for taking notes and pretty fun to play with.
But there's no slot for it. Though in my dreams, wearing a stylus necklace is very cool.
With all that set up, the Surface becomes a workhorse. Everything runs smoothly, and the new aspect ratio of the high-resolution screen makes it easy to put windows side by side. I love that feature, but I still find Windows 8.1 complicated to use and just disjointed. Battery life is much better than the last Surface, and Microsoft deserves credit for matching the battery life of the latest Ultrabooks. Still, it doesn't live up to the all-day promise. The Surface streamed video for 7 hours, while the MacBook Air lasted nearly 9.5 hours on the same test.
But it's pretty incredible how much power and features they've crammed into such an incredibly thin device. That said, the Pro 3 still suffers from the Surface curse. It isn't as good as other tablets for tablet-y things, and it isn't as good of a laptop as my MacBook Air. So is this the post-PC computer of my dreams? No, but it's the closest thing on the market, which means I guess I'll keep having more crazy dreams.